Cut her off, whatever she's
Alright. Okay, so it's been a wonderful, wonderful season. It has been so nice. We've met people that we would not have met before. Thank you, Colette, for all of the organizing you tried to do for us. Everyone, give her a big 10-4.
Thank you.
Darren. Thank you. I mean, as Kyle said, you're really skilled at opening and closing that door.
Puck pyramids. Puck pyramids.
Puck pyramids.
Kent is not here tonight, but thank you, Kent. Nick?
He's not dead.
Well, he's just not dead. You know what, though?
I can't wait to watch this back.
Again, and you guys are all, we're very lucky to have each other. Not everything's been perfect. Everybody has brought something special to this group. And Nick and Dan, thank you very much for all of the time and effort you guys put in. So. Thank you for allowing them to devote that much time, energy, and Josh for giving them to us for that. So I do have cards for you all. So thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. I don't know if we all express it like we might want to. Sometimes I do in an email because I'm super cheesy. But you all might want to get on my board. Anyway, thank you guys really for all that you do because everyone's grown a lot.
So, for those of you guys, really, this is about the kids, and this is a really very, very good group of kids, and I think you guys all know that. Not only do they really have a lot of drive and determination for the game, they also are very good friends. And that, to be honest with you, is a bit unusual. When you start getting into older levels and you start mixing kids from different cities, different organizations, not always do kids get along real well. And this is a special group because beyond hockey, they're good kids and they enjoy each other's company. And that makes hockey all that much easier to deal with. Long after you're done playing, and long after these guys are finished playing, they will, many of them will stay in contact. And that's really our job, Darren's job, Kent's job, is to foster these guys' work ethic and their drive and try to give it the best example as we can. I know from my point of view on the bench, at times it can be hard, but but I think that it's important that, 2 years ago we came down here, right? Josh didn't know anybody. And he considers this group his core friendship. So, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a good thing. What I've got for the players are a couple things. Every year, what I like to do is put together a team plaque. Obviously, I keep statistics because at some point in time when they get older, the kids are going to want to look back and say, yeah, I remember that season, or, it'd be nice for them to have. Maybe it's not as important for them right now. It might be in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years from now. So I keep statistics. I'm going to tell you one thing as parents. Statistics, I try to do the absolute best job I can and be as accurate as I possibly can. Okay, so I'm not going to say that these are absolutely perfect. They are very directionally correct, I believe. So, did I miss an assist now and again? Maybe.
They're pretty darn close.
But I think they're pretty close. I balanced them all with all the score sheets, and you guys keep seeing me write down notes on plus minus during games and things like that. That's why I keep that. So what I've done is put together a stats recap for each of the players along with a game-by-game breakdown in the back. Those of you who played for me before may have remembered seeing those, okay? The other thing that I do is I put together a year-end plaque with the team picture, all the players that played on the team, their number, and our tournament record, and something they can hang on the wall. But most importantly, I think I want to say thanks, because, you know, even though we put a lot of time in, I like doing this. And I do.
We don't tell.
So Bev feels that, I think Bev feels as though that she competes with hockey for my attention, and it's probably true. But I do want to thank Darren and Kent, Colette. I know I'm hard on you sometimes, right? I mean,
You're okay. I get it at home, I get it at hockey. I mean, you know, it's okay.
But I want to thank you guys. Mike, you were there every day at practice, not asking for anything, but always asking to help. And
I'm sorry I didn't say that.
very, very helpful. Couldn't have done it without you, and I do appreciate your commitment.
Absolutely.
Another round for Mike.
So, I was telling Dave earlier, you know, Nick and I have a tendency to debate things once in a while now that he's an adult, and
Just this year, bud.
so I think that as he turned 23, I've gotten my IQ's probably gone down, I think, a little bit. But I did it in all real seriousness. I actually learned a lot from him this year. I've been trying to coach this game called hockey for almost 20 years. But along the way, he played for some people who were pretty brilliant coaches and very good people, and have taught him a significant amount about the game, a lot of different ways to do things. And so I actually learned a lot from him this year. So that was good.
Thanks, Nick.
So without much ado, we are missing the two goaltenders, and I do want to say some things about Nolan and Jacob. First of all, I wish they were here, because
I got it recorded.
yeah, you know, it is very, very hard to be a goaltender in a dual goaltending system. It's very hard. Not only are you competing for the next start, you are also having to support your teammate and hoping they do the best they can. And goaltenders have a unique relationship amongst any team. They compete with each other because they want to beat each other out. They want coaches' recognition. They want the trust and the confidence of the people playing in front of them. But yet they also want each other's support and feedback. And so anyone that thinks that traveling 10 hours, 15 hours to a tournament, playing 2 games and coming home is easy for goaltenders, it's very difficult. And I just wanted to say to them that I appreciate their patience and their ability to deal with that, because oftentimes at a young age, it is hard to learn how to split time. And we did split time this year. We rotated, and whatever game came up, they got. And I thought both of them did extremely well in some very difficult situations. As we ramped up the schedule, they met a challenge that I thought they did very well. And so I just want to say thank you to them. Nolan, as it relates to stats, faced 534 shots, had 59 goals against for a save percentage of 90.1%. He played 25.25 games, had 2 shutouts, and had a goals against average of 2.3 goals a game. 16 wins, 7 losses, and 1 tie. He had a very, very good season. And I know he had a choice about where to play this year. And so I was actually very thankful that he chose to stay in Lincoln and play with us, because I thought his presence and having Kent on the coaching staff was very helpful. So Jacob, again, you know, Jacob has come a long way in 2 years. I think the first time that he played a travel hockey game, if I'm not mistaken, was last year. So he's had 2 seasons of travel, and every single season we've ramped up the competition on him. We put him in front of some extremely difficult situations, and he's responded extremely well. He keeps getting better and better and better, and a lot of that's due to his commitment himself. A lot of that's due to Chase. A lot of that's also due to Jacob, because Jacob, even though he's quiet, doesn't say a whole lot, and smiles, he deep down he's a competitor and he wants to do the best he can. So I'm very happy with the way he played this year. Jacob actually ended with 580 shots faced, 69 goals against. He had an 89.4% save percentage, played in 24.75 games, had 5 shutouts, and his goals against average was 2.7 a game, 12 wins, 10 losses, and 4 ties. You know, again, the separation of these 2 goaltenders, on any given day, you could start either one of them and get a pretty predictable result. And that is not always the case in a lot of teams where you have dual goaltender systems. There's always a significant separation of the top goaltender from the goaltender that's not the best, or maybe one struggling at a time and another one does well during the year. These 2 guys were consistent all year long, and you could put them in the net and pretty much know what you were going to get for the most part. So what I do have is I went out and, first of all, I have there's a couple